from Texas, Ms. Bentley.
Well, thank you very much to the entire Committee on Natural Resources, Chairman Westerman, and my colleagues from Minnesota and Wisconsin for being here. It's very important that we have a hearing here in the Permian Basin, Odessa, Texas, talking about the issues. I'd like to specifically thank University of Texas Permian Basin to be able to pull together a hearing. Dr. Sandy Woodley, the entire staff here, thank you. Ector County Judge Dustin Fawcett, the Mayor of Odessa, Texas, Javier Hoven, and the President of the Chamber of Commerce, Renee Earls, thank you for being here, for your support, and so many others, Sheriff Mike Griffiths and so many others that are here. You know, the hearing was open to all members of the committee, Republican and Democrat, and I think what's telling right now is that we want to have this bipartisan discussion. We want to talk across the aisle to our colleagues about the issues that we're facing, because this should not be a partisan issue to put energy in an inexpensive, reliable form that every American family can enjoy, that increases our economic prowess, that helps our national security, that we're able to deliver across the ocean to places like Ukraine or other countries that are being threatened or held hostage by adversaries or would-be adversaries. This should not be a partisan discussion. We should be able to come together. And it's disappointing to see a lack of participation in a field hearing like this. If you're willing to attack this industry, then come out and see it. And we've invited those members that do. And I think that's important to note, that we don't have those folks showing up right now. But we do have folks showing up that want to make a change, that want to talk about the very issues that you've just heard. You know, when you look at the Permian Basin, Texas is lucky to be on the private side. But today we're probably going to spend some time talking about the federal land side. My very first piece of legislation in Congress, H.R. 218, talked about preventing the Biden administration from placing a moratorium on federal leasing or drilling or the permitting of pipelines. That was in advance of President Biden taking the oath of becoming president. That was in the first week of January of 21, because we knew, based on his campaign promises, that he was going to attack the industry, and here we are. And so while Texas is lucky, other parts of the United States do have to go through the federal permitting. And that's one of the things that we need to talk about today. When you're looking to supply energy needs for America, President Biden's first call should have been, his first visit should have been to Odessa, Texas, not Saudi Arabia. He shouldn't have called Putin or Venezuela. He should have come right here to the Permian Basin to ask what the producers here, what all of you in this room and throughout this community can do. You know, globally, the share of crude oil production coming from the Permian has grown 1% in 07 to nearly 6%, from 2007 to 6%. At one point in late 2019, early 2020, this region was doing almost 14%, 15% of global production on a daily basis, 13 plus million barrels a day. That is increasing economic security, not just for the United States of America, but for our allies. That is increasing the jobs that every community has, the 10 million Americans who participate in this industry. And the fact is that the Permian Basin is the largest secure supply of oil and gas in the entire world and remains a safe harbor of stability and opportunity. And by investing in the Permian Basin, America is investing in our own future. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the witness from the Permian Basin, Tracy Bentley, who is an incredible leader in charge of the Permian Strategic Partnership with a membership of 19 companies, a model for what private partnerships with public entities can do. By investing in our education, by investing in healthcare, by investing in infrastructure needs, not just right here in Midland, Odessa, but also into New Mexico, by taking private dollars and putting them to work so that families can enjoy high-quality education and high-quality healthcare, and that they can have a safe transit and a safe commute, that our roads and our bridges and our highways are safe. Tracy brings a wealth of knowledge coming to us from Colorado prior to this, and running a large trade organization responsible for encouraging investment in the energy industry inside New Mexico. I know that we are going to be very, very happy and pleased to hear her testimony. And I can't wait to hear the questions asked, because when it comes to the communities, the investments that those communities are making into energy security, which is a national security issue, nobody knows this better than Tracy Bentley, and nobody knows it better on the impact that it has on every American family who decides to take this up as a career, to put food on the table and to put their kids through college and raise their families than Tracy Bentley. With that, Mr. Chairman, thank you for coming to the Permian Basin. Thank you for coming to Odessa, Texas. I yield back.
Thank you, Representative Pfluger. Now I am going to introduce our other witnesses. The Honorable David Gallegos.